Hey everyone, Sean Ruggiero here, Corporate Advisor to Family First Life. Thank you for joining us on the AMS Live on Facebook. This is Advanced Market Sales for Family First Life. We are coming out of the annual convention that was in Las Vegas, 2019 annual convention in Las Vegas, over 1,700 attendees. And these attendees were attentive and listening in, taking notes, participating. By far the best convention I've ever been to or ever presented at since I've been working with Family First Life. So this call we're going to do some recap, or I should say this live Facebook streaming, we're going to do some recap and we're going to talk about some of the highlights as well as some videos of interviews. We have an interview with Tom Hegna, some really good information there. We have interviews with various agents, what they learned and what their takeaways were. I want to start off though by discussing a promotion that Tom Hegna had. And I'll be very honest, when we were working through the negotiations, this would be the first time that Family First Life had ever worked with Tom Hegna, first time I've ever worked with Tom Hegna. And very supportive staff, very good to work with. But he wanted to know if we wanted to promote his books or his CDs, videos, anything of that nature. Now naturally, since Family First Life's culture is not one of charging agents for anything, we were hesitant at first to do so. But me, myself, knowing that I've read all of Tom's books and knowing how valuable they are to me, we decided to do that to promote the books, and I tell you what, it couldn't have been a better idea. Agents are learning so much, not from just the presentation, which was phenomenal, but from the books and the follow-up. So there's going to be two codes at the bottom of your screen. The first code is for a discount where you get the entire Tom Hegna packet, all three books, his DVD on Don't Worry, Retire Happy, and then all three books also in audio form, plus Tom's online training and a few other trinkets there. Normal price is about $400. It's only $150 through Family First Life's discount. The second code is 10% off if you just want the audiobooks. Now the reason I mention that is because we drive around a lot. I do read books. I take airplane flights all over the country, so I have time to read these from time to time. But when driving your car, audiobooks might be the key. So that second code is for a 10% discount, and we have the website listed there. And again, I'm only promoting that because I know how much it helped our agents. And so based on the popular demand that we have here, we're going ahead and share that with you with the Family First Life discount. So let's go ahead and get to the next segment of the show. Thank you again for attending.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our advanced market call this week. I'm going to jump in here with our annuity leaderboard. These are annuity issues from January 24th to January 30th. So starting off our leaderboard here, we have Frank E with 563,549, Everett N with 175,406, Emery H with 150,000, David P and Danielle B with a split of 139,424, David E with 92,243, Shelly M with 30,387, Matt S with 27,627, Galen W with 23,582, James S with 20,124, Carl M with $18,000 there, Russell N $14,823, and Heather B with a $5,620 annuity. This wraps out our total at almost 1.3 for the week. Next up is our What's New portion. I just have a couple quick updates here that I want you guys to be looking for. We are super fired up and excited coming out of conference this year. We had such good feedback from Tom Hegna to our 101s, our retirement workshop, just lots of good conversations and people fired up to truly work on doubling their income using the advanced market sales industry this year. So with that, we're going to be making some pretty big changes to our platform. We're super excited about it. It's going to take us a couple weeks and to get going on this, to launch the platform. But just a few things to specifically point out. We have now revamped the commission structures. As you all know, it's been very limited before. We've had very few levels to work with and people kind of get capped out. So we have revamped that whole thing and now created production-based levels that you can earn greater potential commissions, truly based on production and your efforts in the annuity field. So we're super excited about that, to be able to offer you more based on what you're actually doing in the industry. Watch for those. It will take us a couple weeks to get this all going. The other aspect is we have built out a whole platform of resources, subscriptions, all sorts of things that you can gain access to, also based on your production. So we're really trying to build this out, give you guys something to work for, and truly reward you based on what you're doing in the annuity industry. So like I said, stay patient with us as we get this all launched over the next couple weeks. We're super excited about it. As always, if you have any questions, please email us at annuity@familyfirstlife.com. Again, we're so fired up coming out of convention. Please let us know how we can serve you and help you double your income in 2019. See you next week. Have a great weekend.
Hey, Sean Ruggiero here, Family First Life. We're just concluding the first portion of our annual convention in Las Vegas at the Venetian. Over 1,700 agents showed up from all over. And Tom, I'd like to think they showed up for me. After seeing you talk, I know why they showed up. So Tom Hegna just concluded his portion. Fantastic job. You know, I've seen you speak before, Tom. The enthusiasm, the message, it is unparalleled. The passion you speak with is made up. So obviously at some point, I know you were in the military, your service, I know that you worked with New York Life, but at what point did you get passionate about annuities, retirement income, and that whole field of expertise?
Well, when I was at New York Life, I was in charge of the retirement income push, and New York Life is probably 10 years ahead of everybody else, and that's why they got a 40% market share, which is unbelievable. But I had to find out all the secrets. Nobody knew about mortality credits and longevity credits. Nobody really knew the math and science behind retirement and why that you're going to be likely to be more successful in retirement if you've got guaranteed income. You're going to be happier in retirement, and now the research is showing you're going to live longer probably. So when you put success, happiness, and a longer life together, that makes so much sense. And then if you would use life insurance to go to the kids and have a plan for long-term care, if you would just do those things, you will have a much happier, more successful retirement. And those are the products that we offer. We can protect people against living too long, we can protect people against dying too soon, and we can protect people if they need some type of care, whether it's disability or long-term care.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Tom, you did a great job. I know that we've been speaking about ways that we're going to be able to be working with the Tom Hegna Group and helping our agents continue to train. So if you missed this training, don't do it again. It was awesome. We appreciate you so much. Look forward to having you back again and working with you in the future. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, and I really enjoyed my time with Family First Life.
Thank you. Take care. All right, y'all.
Good morning, everyone. This is Linda Lampasso from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Sean, thanks so much for having me on the AMS call today. I'm excited to be here with everybody to share a case that I was just able to submit over to Athene. And I want to start by saying that the fixed index annuity portfolio has really started to gain traction. And it's not just over the last 60 days that our market's been going crazy, but really over the last several years. And Athene is really leading the way as far as having products that are set apart from the other competitors in the marketplace. And so it makes our job here at Family First Life, for lack of a better word, easy to be able to offer these products to our clients as really being the best alternative to being in the market and being at risk. And I want to start by saying that, whether you're moving a $30,000 annuity or $1 million annuity, which was the case with the client I'm going to share with you, it really, there are some fundamental things that are always going to be there. So for instance, if you have a client, and again, it doesn't matter how much money they have, there has to be a desire to not lose money in the market. So the first thing you have to get to is the why, right? That's always my big thing. And if that client tells you, look, I'm okay risking my money in the market, I'm not interested in hearing about how I can get the money to safety, then you're not going to go out of your way to try to twist their arm and sell them on going into one of these vehicles. This is more for when you have a client who you've already established a good rapport with, by doing a proper financial inventory, the client's going to be happy to share with you what they have in the market, you know, because you've already set yourself apart as the expert. So if you were to say to the client, look, John, how much of this hard-earned retirement can you afford to lose? And if John says, look, I really can't afford to lose any of it. I've already lost money. I don't want to lose any more. That's going to be a good candidate to have the conversation of moving into the annuity portfolio that we're going to talk about. John is the client that I'm going to refer to. And we started working together a couple of months ago, and really 3 or 4 years ago when I first started writing annuities, and let me take a step back and say that before coming to Family First Life, I didn't write one single annuity. And it was really from immersing myself in Sean's trainings, you know, asking the questions, building rapport, building relationships, with Sean and his office and Athene, have I been able to really master, you know, what I call master the art of annuities. And I am certainly not there yet. And this case will really give you an example of how that's true. So John and I started working together a few months ago. And he had $1 million, and he was just kind of in the market to start shopping annuities. And really it just started with some illustrations. He had been doing a lot of research on his own, and we started going back and forth with a lot of different emails. And so for me, I was able to meet him on one occasion, and he was able to kind of get a feel for who I am and my personality and how I work as a professional. And then from there, we started an email rapport, I should say. So there were a lot of questions that I was able to answer, and that's just because I've had some experience in writing other annuities. But the questions started to become more advanced, more in depth. And I really wasn't able to get all of the questions answered directly from myself, and I would go over to Athene, and they're amazing as well. But it really was being able to go to Sean and say, look, I've got this client. Here's some of the questions that he's coming up with. I'm not comfortable answering. I don't know how to present this to him. And when I was able to bring Sean in, we were able to tie up some of the loose ends. We were able to answer some of those questions that were really holding him back. And I'm excited to say that we were able to win over his business, not necessarily because I'm the best salesperson in the world, right? It's not necessarily, yes, he's buying me. Yes, he got on the phone with Sean and he's buying some of the things that Sean had said and that knowledge base and that confidence. But in the end, what won out was the product. And Athene was dominant over the competition. And even up until the day before we wrote this contract, he was meeting with other advisors to make sure this was going to be the best fit for him. So I share that story again just to demonstrate that you don't have to be an expert at annuities. You're going to have a lot of questions even when you start writing annuities. The most important thing is being responsive to the client, which is one of the things that he really expressed he liked about me. Getting those questions answered, not having an ego, not being afraid to go and get the questions answered and say, look, John, I don't know this answer, but I'm going to get the answer for you. And it's really with that I feel really excited that he chose Athene, because I know that he did his due diligence. I know he ripped through about 20 other products, and in the end, he's going to put his $1 million with Athene. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. If you are not going to convention, it's a mistake. You need to get yourself there, and you need to make sure you get to the retirement seminar that Sean is putting on. I believe it's Thursday from 12 to 3. Check the agenda. Every single year, this is the one event I will still not miss. You will learn something new every time you go. I hope this helped, guys, and I will look forward to seeing you in Vegas.
Did you see Tom Hegna speak, and did you attend any of the annuity trainings here at the convention?
Yes, I did get to hear and see Tom speak. I thought it was really impactful. He's able to keep the message simple and just drill it into people's heads. You know, why are annuities really important? As a guy who used to work for Social Security, you know, I already know why. So now I can actually deliver the message to everyone else on why it's important to have an annuity.
Thank you so much.
Okay. You're welcome.
Mention.
Well, as a new agent, I was very nervous coming in. I haven't had a lot of knowledge on the products, and was very excited to learn some of the different vehicles that we have for assisting our clients. Is for their retirement IUL and everything. With Tom Hegna, it was just enlightening. I couldn't have probably ever afforded to pay for that kind of training, and I got it for free here, which was amazing. The trainings that I've received here have been phenomenal. I'm super confident in getting back out in my area and starting to service clients and running some different retirement scenarios for my clients. Knowledge and confidence that I didn't have prior to coming here. I think training is key to success.
I want to definitely thank Sean and the whole FFL corporate for putting together this convention. It's my very first convention, and I brought my whole team here, 3 of us, and it was great.
So what did you get out of the annuities training, retirement planning training, and Tom Hegna's appearance?
Okay, Tom is great. I love that you guys included him. He's a very passionate speaker. And I'll tell you, from the 3 of them, the annuity training and retirement training, the biggest thing that I took is don't feel alone. Gather the information, build rapport with the customer, get a statement, and then call for help. And submit, ask the specialist. A lot of resources, and it was very encouraging for my brand new agents that one doesn't even have a license number yet, it just passed his test, and the other one doesn't even have writing numbers yet. But the 3 of us combined to sit here in a seat side by side and to hear that we are not alone. We could ask a client or a prospect for a statement on day 1, appointment 1, and know that we can respond and follow up with confidence. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So what I got out of Tom Hegna is what we do, a lot of people think is like really, really hard, really, really complicated. And to me, I got the information to be able to break it down, ask the questions that lead into that process, and also give that to my clients in much, much simpler terms. As far as, hey, you need guaranteed income. What do you got? Oh, okay, a pension, SSI. Oh, okay, cool, that's great. How do we figure out what else you need for the rest of your retirement? Instead of most people, they go, they call it, oh, just in case, and they never do anything in their retirement. They end up passing away, and then their kids go, join the country club, buy the nice cars and things like that, and they never got to use the funds the way they wanted to. So we can help set that up and help make sure people get the best out of their retirement and actually live the lives they want to live and they plan for it.
Yep. So I was able to see Tom Hegna speak. I mean, he was really powerful in his delivery and what he was trying to say and how he was trying to deliver, how important it is to actually have an annuity. His actual volume and the way that he was being so passionate about something that's so boring really, lit a fire for me to understand, why this is actually important, why I should have it. So yeah, I mean, it was a really great time. I loved every single moment of that.
Okay, everyone, some final thoughts to wrap up with. Everybody's excited. We talked about this on the call earlier, coming out of the 2019 Family First Life Annual Convention in Las Vegas. Over 1,700 registered attendees that show up. That's something to be excited about. But what's even more exciting is how they listened, how they paid attention, the notes they took, the questions they answered. It was a powerful convention. Now, what is important is, yes, we can pause, we can say, good job, you should thank the staff at Family First Life and all those involved in putting it on, and give yourself a pat in the back. You attended, you made it, you did a good job. But now it's time to get to work. And there's essentially 2 types of agents coming out of that conference. The first type is someone who's either new or maybe a bit underachieving. That person there is ready to go. They've never been more confident. What that agent needs to do, and ask yourself, who am I? Am I that agent? Am I here to turn this around and make this my career that can bring in the money I need for me and my family to reach my dreams and my goals? If that is you, you're probably feeling pretty good, but you also have a level of intimidation and fear that you might not be able to achieve what you're looking for. Make yourself this promise. For the next 90 days, put the pedal to the metal and make yourself uncomfortable. Challenge yourself to just focus on what you need to do that day, that week. Work hard. This push, with the confidence that you have coming out of convention, will push you to the edge of your goal and make your goals and your horizons even bigger. The other type of agent you have is maybe a successful seasoned agent or a manager or a vice president. Your role is even more important. And I not only say this, I walk the walk, okay? My staff, we had a meeting where we got together and we said, now's the time. These agents are going to need so much help. And guess what? VPs, managers, statistically speaking, there's X% of the people you're going to help right now who are in a flurry who might not make it. All right? We never have a 100% success ratio. But what you need to do is pour into every one of them. Strike while the iron's hot. This is like a seed and a harvest where we have a short period of time, really probably 60 days, that you must help these agents while they're excited. You must do everything in your power to help them out so they can find success. That's the only way we're going to maximize what we sow in annual convention at Las Vegas and harvest the biggest year ever for next year, later in this year, and years to come. So ask yourself, challenge yourself, VPs, board members, managers, ask yourself, what am I doing right now to help an agent? If those two types of agents coming out of convention take that challenge and act on it, we'll grow to horizons and heights that we've never seen before, possibly never even dreamed of before. Thanks everyone, I appreciate you being on the AMS live call. Take care.